What it is, my G's. Today, for the first time, this minute, we're comparing Drake's Certified Lover Boy versus Ye's Donda. Before we jump into this, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. You saying? Show you boys some love. Let's get into it. CLB and Donda were probably the most anticipated albums of 2021. Both albums offered more than 20 songs and ran more than an hour and a half. They gave people a reason to talk about rap for weeks after their release. Drake's CLB inspired a bunch of memes from just the Way Too Sexy video alone. His bars on the album were on point. Some of them were aimed at Ye himself. Meanwhile, Ye took a page out of DJ Khaled's playbook, releasing an album that at times made his featured guest the center of attention. But you never forgot who the star of the show was. Regardless of where you felt Ye was at that point in his life, he did what he always did, get the world talking about his music and doing things his way. Starting with Certified Lover Boy, CLB is Drake's 6th album and was released on September 3rd, 2021. It features guest appearances by Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Future, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, and more. The album's artwork features 12 emojis of pregnant women in varying clothing colors, hair colors, and skin complexions. Some of the reactions to the artwork was negative. Some called it tasteless, others said what's the point of that album cover. CLB was met with mixed reviews, many of whom mentioned that the album's length and runtime as its downfall. Others mentioned that it feels formulaic and more of the same from his prior albums. Others also mentioned the fact that he tried to redo some of his old songs and it just doesn't hit the same. People feel like they could just go back and listen to the original versions of the songs that he was trying to remake. On the other end of the spectrum, others applaud him for not chasing a pop single and sounded like he wanted to show his rap skills on this project. Overall, most critics feel like the album is decent with some strong cuts and some weak ones. Some of the highlights are TSU, In Too Deep, 7 AM on Bridal Path, which is Dissin' Ye, and Race My Mind, which is probably my favorite track on the whole album. Before the album's release, Drake fed the fans with some non-album singles like Laugh Now, Cry Later, 2C Slide, and some mixtapes and Dark Lane demo tapes and Scary Hours. Drizzy wanted to drop the album in January of 2021, but suffered an ACL injury that forced him to push the release back. Some famous YouTubers wondered out loud if Drake's run was coming to an end because he's been on top for so long. I don't see that happening. It seems that CLB is going to extend his run for a while. Depending on what people feel about the album in the long run, Drizzy might want to follow the album up with another project in the years coming. Moving on to Donda. Donda was Kanye West's 10th album and was released on August 29th, 2021. In July 2021, he set up shop inside the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta where he held listening parties for 2 dates. He threw a third listening event at Soldier Field in Chirac. Donda received mixed reviews upon release. Most people felt that the album was way too long with 28 songs and a runtime of almost 2 hours. In general, people felt that the album was better than Ye, Jesus is King, and Yeezus, and being on par with Life of Pablo. Even though at times it felt like it was all over the place, the album landed at #1 on the charts. Most of the album sessions were held in Wyoming. It features guest appearances from Jay-Z, Lil Baby, The Weeknd, Fabio Foreign, who might have had the best verse on the whole album, Travis Scott, Lil Durk, Ariana Grande, The Lox, Griselda, Chris Brown, The Late Pop Smoke, and more. Jesus Christ. I gotta mention Big Draco, aka Soulja Boy, recording a verse for the album, but it being cut, and he felt some type of way about it, so he recorded a scathing, all-time great diss track. But that's another story. A few hours after the album's release, West claimed that his label released Donda without his permission. His label denied the allegations. In its first day, Donda earned 100 million streams and broke the record for biggest first day streams of 2021 on Spotify. Most of the album's songs made it to the top 40 on the charts. When it was revealed that DaBaby and Marilyn Manson were on the album, Ye received some backlash because of their ongoing controversies. Donda debuted at #1 on the US charts, selling 309,000 album equivalent units, making it the highest selling album of 2021 at the time. So the question is, which album is better, the reasons why they will be compared for years to come are obvious, even if they don't sound the same. First off is the beef between Kanye and Drake. They've been taking shots at each other for years. Even Pusha T had been going on a one-man war against Drake and Lil Wayne for years before he joined forces with Ye. That beef, combined with the tension between Ye and Drizzy, reached a new level. Drizzy dropped Duppy freestyle. He was confident coming off the victory over Meek Mill in their battle. According to some, Kanye had fed Push some news that they said they learned from 40, Drake's producer. Pusha dropped the story of Adidon, and it all seemed like things were gonna go real wrong real quick. Choppers was loaded. The OVO goons put the war paint on and laced up the OVO 6s. All the minivans in Toronto and Chirac were sold out. The Yeezy hitters slipped on their 350s and threw on their blue Gap bubble coats with no zippers. Luckily, cooler heads prevailed. Regardless, the fact that Ye and Drake were waiting for the other to drop, plus their recent history, will forever link these two albums. Not to mention, Drake had some smoke for Ye on the track 7 AM on Bridle Path, where he viciously barked to Ye to have some decency. And that it's Casper the Ghost's fault that he took the blame for having ghostwriters when Ye had some too. On this one, I'm not picking which is better. I'll probably listen to CLB more because it's shorter and less preachy, but that doesn't mean that it's better or worse. So I'ma leave it to y'all. Which one do y'all feel is better? No bias, no fanboy-ish. Album versus album, which one is better to you? And do you feel like this Ye album is better than the last one, or is he falling off to you? Same for Drake. Plus, do you feel like Drake is getting better, or is he starting to fall off to you? This is probably his first album that doesn't have a clear single, even though Way Too Sexy is getting that play. Do y'all think that's on purpose? Let me know in the comment section below. So we gonna leave it there. My name is DJ Avenger, aka Rain. Catch you on the flip side. Gone.